1, 2, 3.
Destin, Cretton, and Najor are filmmakers, and helpful ones. They're also fresh off a pair of indie successes. The first was I'm Not a Hipster, which premiered last January at Sundance. It was shot in San Diego and set against the backdrop of the indie music scene.
We were really proud of I'm Not a Hipster, and I think it definitely got out into the world, and I think it helped, set the stage for Short Term 12, which I think has been received really well.
Exceptionally well, winning the grand jury and the audience award at the South by Southwest Film Festival. Short Term 12 is based on a short film Cretton made in 2008. It was set in a residential facility housing kids who were all affected by child abuse or neglect.
This will tell you everything you need to know about the background of the kids. They'll try to test you on your first day to see what you let them get away with, so just say no to everything. You gotta be an before you can be their friend.
Okay.
My first job out of college was working at a group home for at-risk teenagers, and it was by far the most difficult job I've ever had, but also a section of time where I learned so much about myself and the world and how complicated things are.
Short Term 12 won the jury prize in short filmmaking at Sundance in 2009.
The response to the short film was actually my first clue that a lot of these themes were really universal and connecting with more people than I expected. That was kind of the initial inspiration for wanting to explore it even further.
In transitioning the film from short to feature, Cretton made a number of changes, most notably turning the male lead into a female. Brie Larson plays Grace, a supervisor at a foster care facility for at-risk teens.
Okay, everyone. I think most of you have already met her, but we have a new member of our community. Jaden, would you introduce yourself?
Please don't be offended if I'm not very friendly, but I'm gonna be living with my dad soon, and I don't really like wasting time on short-term relationships, so, it's nothing personal.
It was frightening to try to write from a female perspective because I'd never done it before. And what I found through the process was that it's not so foreign to me. I thought I was going to be writing the Grace character as an outsider, but what I found was that I am so much of Grace. Her fear of being loved, I know what that can feel like when it feels like you're not worthy to be loved. And I think in the end, it was kind of a nice realization that I'm not so different from my sisters or my girlfriend, and a complicated character is a complicated character.
Cretton's films have always been concerned with complicated characters, as well as themes of community.
I mean, community is something that's so important to me, and something that I think the longer I live, the more I realize how important it is to my sanity to be connected to other human beings.
Thanks, I really like strawberries.
I feel like there's pieces of that in everything that I've done, whether it's a character who is completely in isolation and what that means to that person, and then what it means to see them connect with somebody else.
This comes through in a scene in the feature film where Grace's boyfriend makes a toast to his foster parents.
When I had no one else, you accepted me and you showed me what it was like. What it was like to be loved.
The movie is about family. It's about the incredible human ability to create family and community in situations that it seems like almost impossible to have that. What people are really connecting with on screen is this feeling that the people they're watching really know each other and really are interacting with each other. And to an extent that's real, because we created a community amongst the actors. The fact that their job didn't stop when I said cut. They continued to be the leaders of those kids and interact with them and create an environment on set that felt very free and relaxed and safe.
Cretton and Najor both studied film at San Diego State University.
At San Diego State, there was this sort of feeling of we're all going to help each other out. San Diego State for me was just a very special time, and a time for me to build just a great family of people to collaborate with.
I would not be making movies if I didn't go to San Diego State. Professors like Greg Durbin, he was so encouraging to me when I know he did not see any talent, but he was still so encouraging. And it takes a very special, not a special teacher, it takes a special human to do that.
Now Cretton serves as inspiration to San Diego State students. His short, Short Term 12, is still shown in film classes, perhaps encouraging a new generation of indie filmmakers to find their sense of community. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.